Aloha and welcome to tonight's MINDGASM. Hey, it's been a beautiful day because I chose it to be. I'm not going to say, though, a lot of challenges have been facing me lately, just like all of us in the world. And what I found is when I really think that I have to be serious in life, it just doesn't work out. When I seriously look for joy and just say, you know what? If it's causing me angst right now and causing me some uneasy emotions, then just don't go there, because if I focus on those, then it's just going to bring more and more of that emotion. So I seriously found out that when you just look for joy, and even though you think that you're goofing off and maybe not accomplishing anything, you're actually doing more than you realize, because you're changing your vibrations and you're setting yourself up for better vibrations, which is going to bring more and better things to you. Now, since life is meant to be fun, I want to play a game, and let's start today. I went to the store today, went to the shoe store, and I asked them if I could have an empty shoebox. Now I want you to go and do the same, because with this shoebox you're going to cut a slit in the top of it, and then you're going to start depositing things in your shoebox that you want in your life. Manifestations, imaginations, things that maybe you just dreamed of. But I've been really coming to the realization that, again, like I said, this is our life. It's not a practice game. This is our life. It is the Super Bowl. So I've made some new manifestations, and I'm going to reveal them to you in a short while, because what I realized is this. I could say all these things, and again, I'm not telling you to do anything, but if you actually watch and see things happen, then maybe you'll get more belief, and then you'll start to dip your toes into the water and experiment too. Yep, I'm coming to some new things, and it's not new, actually. I actually came up with these thoughts when I was probably 8-10 years old. And I figure 50 years later I better start acting on them. So the shoebox game, the thing that's nice about the shoebox game is this. When we set up a lot of our manifestations, we throw a butt train on it right away. Like, I like to be a millionaire, but, I want to go on this trip, but, I like to lose 30 pounds, but. So, because we do that, it throws a lot of weight on that. It takes a lot of energy. We may still be able to accomplish it, but it's going to be hard when you're swimming upstream so much. So the fun part about the shoebox is, I want you just to write down things like, I just want a red car. Or, I want to eat a great lunch tomorrow. I want to have this for lunch tomorrow. Just fun, simple things. And then put them right into the box. And if you can, try not to think about them anymore. Okay? So that's the game. The game is to put your manifestations in the shoebox and then not to worry about it, or not to think about the how, or not to think about the how-nots. Okay. Now, one last thing in today's MINDGASM. Going back to some things of the prior messages. On the road to joy, you don't want to do anything that's going to detour you. Things like worrying. You don't want to practice worrying. You don't want to practice anger. You don't want to practice telling old stories. Because telling old stories not only vibrates that energy again, if it's an old story that has somebody else in it, then in a sense, telling that old story is really gossiping about them. And you never want to gossip or talk about anyone. We're never here to say any bad words of anyone or to judge anyone. We are not here. We are not the judge. And in all seriousness, I don't think God's the judge either. He loves, or she loves us, nurtures us, and only wants us to be better. So quit telling the old stories, even if it was yesterday. I got caught. And believe me, what happened was the energy got so high that two people I was telling the old story of yesterday, which literally was yesterday, they busted me and said, "What are you doing? You're bringing such a negative energy." And I realized at that moment they were right. So even if it happened a half hour ago and you're just aching to tell somebody, don't. Just stop it, like Bob Newhart would say. Okay, so have you looked in the mirror lately? You telling yourself you love you? Practicing good things? I hope so. On that note, I'm going to just say I love you, wishing you the best, and if we're all blessed with our gifts tomorrow, we'll see you then. Peace.